Alright. Alright. For those listening in the future, this is the number six, my stream series, Hunting Green Gas Giants. Today we're going to be going into the core. And, let's see what we can see, right? Hopefully I find at least something cool. I got a new playlist going, so I wonder how y'all like that. Alright. I'm currently not in the core. We're about to be. I want to try and find something cool, so let's look around. It's over here. Oh, binary F-type supergiants. Don't see that every day, do you? K26. Hey, that's what I was looking for right there. Alright. I saw that again. There's a lot of like G-type supergiants. Besides that one F-type, there's some over here. Now it's a bright giant. There we go. I don't know if these are discovered already. Okay, that isn't in the EDSM yet. Oh, and another one. It's a carbon star. It's a carbon star. Yeah, one thing that I never really seem to find are like a lot are A-type supergiants, unless I just like miss them so easily because they blend in. I have a feeling that's the case because like they look a lot like B-types, right? And so I'm just looking at all the B-types. I gotta find one that kind of like sticks out more than the others. G7. Yeah, I'll leave that there. I want like a F-type, F-mass. Black holes. Oh, that's another one. Oh, here's another one. Comfort Snail, my man. Welcome back. Good to have you. Glad you could make it today on this very nice Saturday morning. For me, at least. I got a new playlist going. Get you on the phone, Man United on TV. All right. You're connected. I'm just looking for super giants right now. Let's see what we got going on. Stellar Graveyard. Can you reset info you gave on healing percentages on GGG above 30%? So like yeah, if you find a okay, it was related to higher body systems. So on average, if you're above around 30%, then yeah, you're gonna see a noticeable increase in body count in the voxel. Oh, binary A-type supergiants, holy cow. And yeah, but it really depends like on the voxel if you're gonna get a lot of them. But like yeah, on average, it is literally more bodies per system. And of course, you'll get Helium-rich gas giants too. Helium-rich gas giants can spawn above 29.3%, but if they're above 34%, unless they're life-bearing gas giants, then they will always be helium-rich gas giants. So for the voxel search, am I doing all the systems after the mask code? So, all right, to do a voxel search, I'll just use this for reference. Say you want to search the voxel with this system in it, right? EGY. You're gonna just subtract the number. The number is the number of that system in the voxel. The voxel is the Niuinua EG-YF voxel. So you want to start at 0, since they're all 0 indexed. And then you want to keep on going. 1, 2, 3, 4, all the way down. And of course, if you use EDJP, it will increment these systems for you. Yeah, you're doing it right. You're doing it right. A lot of black holes around here. Dude, don't be sorry. That's what I'm here for, answering y'all's questions. That's cool. Yes, sir. Just find something cool. Well, shit, I gotta get over here first. I might as well stop dilly-dallying. Oh, by the way, I'm in a really interesting system right now. Because you have a T Tauri star that is orbiting a gas giant. Is that not the weirdest thing you've ever seen? Fuar, welcome back. I see you found your first discovered black hole. It's on the Discord. Congratulations, my friend. Oh, 07 from France. Hello. Dark Mumu 7868. Hope you're doing all right over there. Europe. Found the weirdest thing yesterday, a water world without an atmosphere. Yeah, I've seen those. They can happen a few times, but I feel like I see ammonia worlds without atmospheres a lot more often than without water worlds without atmospheres. Oh, but the system itself wasn't first discovered. Gotcha. Let's check out this one right here.
Frame shift drive charging.
Maybe it was pre-FSS days. Because I know I didn't do that. I didn't scan the primary star all times. If I read Water World last night, it was 10th moon of a class 2 green gas giant. What the heck? That's kind of crazy. 10th moon. That's A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J. If my math is mathing right. Eighth moon, okay, cool. Oh, it's already discovered. Boo. Alright. That's fine. Dark Wheel weren't there. Man, I think IFDev are lying to us. I don't think Raxla exists. Maybe it really is the friends we made along the way. Yeah, I'm inclined to believe that. Raxla? Yeah, I don't know. 107014 asks, what's GGG? GGGs are green gas giants. They are gas giants that are neon green. They are very rare. I can give you an example real quick. If you've never seen one before, this is probably the best example over here. I think you just saw it in the codex right there, but this is a green gas giant. Neon green. This one is actually colonized. Yeah, they can look at all sorts of colors and patterns. We found all over the place. Very rare. Only 63 are known right now. Do I have a... Whoa, why is my Gal map all laggy all of a sudden? What is okay. That was wild. Not far from me, alright. If the codex doesn't show, for example, class 3 GG region, does that mean it does exist? Or, okay, so yeah, that means in that region alone, there has not been one discovered yet. There was a bug for gas giants with water-based life. They will not submit a green entry for some reason. How rare are they? I explored thousands and thousands without discovering one. Brother. I explored almost 200,000 systems. And I still don't have one. 198,335. They're that rare. I still don't have one yet. My stream's dropping a bit? Oh. It says my stream health is excellent, so... Hope it's not too bad. A close guy? Not really. It's only 317 light seconds away. By the way, I got the different Mare de Revs playlist playing. I usually play Mare de Revs 2, but this is the first album. For some you know, randomness. Spice it up a bit. Mars is back. He's returned. Hello, Mars. Do you say the GGG always have NSP in systems apart from Riker's Hope? No, Riker's Hope and Galactic Center are the only two regions we know of that have NSPs around GGGs. Only in those two regions. Which is totally not where I'm going to look today. When we get to Riker's Hope, I'll show you an example of what that'll look like. Last exploration was real mollusks? Alright, so, real mollusks, you're in, inner, outer Orion conflux, maybe? Where's parasol mollusks? I forget, they're like the same thing. Yeah, I bet. When they changed them, because before, I think Lagrange clouds looked like okay with like normal colors, but like when Odyssey released or somewhere between, like they updated the cloud colors, so they look a lot more vibrant. Norma arm, okay. Gotcha. What am I thinking? Parasol. I think that's in Izanami. Parasol mollusks. Okay. What's the odds someone getting a new codex entry in the codex these days? Well, for bio, it happens a lot more than you'd think. We still have a lot of bio, especially in the farther out regions that don't have bio entries yet. And Commander Roxanthius, he goes through them every week and updates them. However, if you're talking about astro bodies, those are really already found. What we need to find now are green gas giants and, well, technically like helium gas giants. That's like so stupid rare. You also have like terraformable metal-rich bodies. I have one astro first discovery in my Somnia. It was a DPZ white dwarf. They're the last one to find in the region. Last new NSP-related codex discovery was T0 the tip anomalies. Huh. Wow. Do you use the voxel survey in Egypt? Yeah, I use that a lot. It still gives me... Yeah, sometimes it does that. You gotta check. Like, be sure to check not EDSM and systems I've already scanned. But sometimes, yeah, it just doesn't. Can you breeze? Do a breeze of the HRGG stuff again? So, like, what do you want to know about them? Like, specifically. How they are found, or that you can identify them. Okay, so HRGGs are found in spiral arms. They are not found in the core regions because the gas is too low there. I gotta sneeze 1 second. Alright, I sneezed. Whoa. and you will find them in helium-rich voxels, and yeah, that's why they cluster a lot. They're technically not rare, but when you do find a voxel of them, they're going to be abounds in that voxel. So, we found the spiral arms, and you can identify them by where they are in the FSS spectrum, right? So if I go into the FSS, usually your normal gas giant's like over here, right? On the kind of right side of the FSS scanner. HRGGs are going to be right here by this little notch you see on the kind of ruler thing here. They're going to be around here, and their waveform with like the arrows or carrots will be in the shape of an H. You can't really miss it. The E-Shorks, that's a funny sector name, E-Shorks.
Frameshift drive charging.
And also, they look kind of different from the class gas giants. They're gonna have more wild, more exotic colors and cloud patterns. I have an example, because I usually keep a text file of my bookmarks because I keep running out of bookmarks because the game caps them at what, 150, 200, whatever. I gotta scan these water rolls real quick. I've made pics in the Discord. Nice. There's, yeah. Start the text file. Yeah, like it is just I crowd my galaxy map so much because like you'll see all of this is full of random bookmarks, and sure I have the name feature right over here, but like they're all the same color. I can't always differentiate exactly what I'm trying to look for. So
Frameshift drive charging.
big purple poles and black purple middle band. I think I saw you posted that on the Discord again. I remember. Are you playing Discord? I Googled it, but I find nothing. One of y'all have a... Because I can't find the invite link for the IEA. Like, at all. I don't know. Invite to search. Oh, we can't do that. I have to ask for permission. Which is funny because I'm a mod and I still have to ask permission. Post everything you find obsessively. Yeah, dude, you gotta share with the world. You gotta show off like that. I love showing off like that. Especially one of the guys from the Eden exploration Discord server, Savage Samurai, he posts a lot of, albeit sometimes edited pictures. He has a lot of cool stuff. It's a weird looking class 1 gas giant there.
Frameshift drive charging.
Right, alright. I was looking at my posts. Finding it in my text file. Problem is that I always end up to be alone in this game if I meet someone playing it. Well, that's just the Nature of the game, right?
Frameshift drive operating beyond safety limits. Frameshift drive supercharged. Frameshift drive charging.
Yeah, I can't find it, so I'll have to dig through my logs again. There are some cool looking HR GGs out there.
Operating beyond safety limits. Frameshift drive supercharged. Cannot comply.
Insufficient fuel. Oh no. I'm gonna die. What's that one right there? There's a lot of carbon stars here.
Frameshift drive charging. Fuel scooping. Fuel scoop disengaged.
I think I was supposed to be refueling at the start, but I got sidetracked.
Scan complete.
Join the GEC Discord. I can't see the channel. Okay. So yeah, I'll have to make you a commander because you gotta ask permission. Since you're here. Gotta refuel. Still holding on hope to find a new tiny planetary nebula. I want to get that FD on a system in one. Griff seemed to think it's possible. Oh, Griff is probably right, but it's definitely very hard to find now, especially since the game has been going for so long. Alright. You, comfort snail. Okay, I see ya. Can I not? Oh, is it because I'm in streamer mode? Okay. I can't search anything because I'm in streamer mode. I guess that makes sense. What do you see? Assumption is okay. Okay.
Complete.
It's a busy system. We're still moving though. So unfortunate thing, I'm gonna have to. Oh, I did that too fast. Hold on. For high mass system process, I'm discovered that 2 months ago. Hey. Man, high mass systems is like the end game, the explorer game. Oh, it's so many cool things. Ugh.
Temperature critical. Warning. Frameshift drive operating beyond safety limits. Frameshift drive supercharged. Frameshift drive charging.
Let's say it's the end game now. It's the most we're discovering many sectors. Well, no. You're talking about high mass. I mean like F, G, and some H stars. I mean, obviously H mass are basically already done. The black holes are, but don't discount F and G mass, which are still like very much abounds to be discovered out there. Because you never know what you'll find, and I've definitely found some real bangers in G mass myself. You can still find some ring stars, planets in G mass. Oh, you're far away. You're stuck in the core forever. I feel like that's me, but then I'll just get bored and decide to jump to like the outer freaking edges of the galaxy because I'm bored, and then I'll get bored there and I'll go back and forth. Like I go back and forth a lot in that regard. I don't even think it's a bad thing. I don't mind getting a change of scenery once in a while, you know? Find any G or F? Alright. The Kruma sector. Where that's at. Gotcha. 10,000 light years away. Oh, okay. Gosh, I wish they would do something with the Guardians, dude. The Guardians are out there somewhere. You can't find them now. We gotta get the F dev touch to come back. Kruma. Okay, okay. Not too bad. Not too shabby. Hey, if you want an F-type supergiant, there you go. I just found one. MM-W E1-243. Is there anywhere specific to look for those types of giants or supergiants? I found plenty of red giants. So you just gotta look out for ones. Stars that are still bright on the galaxy map, but they're not red, right? So they're basically the same star sprite. What the? You have the eyes of a hawk? I've just been doing this for a while, and I know what to look for. So the thing about higher mass stars, you all might not know this, but it's a good trick I use, is that higher mass stars show up farther away from your galaxy map cursor. So like, you see up close, there's a G-type supergiant right there, and an A-type right here. But all the lower mass stars, like the A mass and B mass, they're gonna show up relatively close, right? But then you see the farther away, like here's a Herbig over here. They show up farther away because they're brighter. And so if you find a star that looks like it's a supergiant with a big icon and it's far away, it's probably a supergiant. So I just do this. I just like randomly scroll. And you can see them passing by. It's probably a carbon star. Well, okay. Different to tell if it's a carbon star or a supergiant. Carbon stars are always D mass, and the supergiants are, well, almost always E mass. This would be a carbon star. MS right here. We have like this. This shows up far away, but I know it's a carbon star. Yeah, you know this bright thing? Oh. Well, besides the specific areas, like you already know where to look, right? You look for them in stellar graveyards. You just gotta find ones with the right age. Sometimes you'll find older voxels, older EMAS voxels that have a lot of like black holes and neutrons, whatever, but they don't have any supergiants. You gotta find a younger one where supergiants haven't had time to explode yet. And once you find them, like we're going to one right now, an EMAS voxel, where in one voxel alone, I probably bookmarked already 10 supergiants because they cluster in that regard too. We're almost there. If I remember correctly, HMAS systems all have A-A in them, or GMAS and FMAS. So, yes, there are 8 possible G mass voxels in a sector, just like how there's only one A-A voxel sector. It goes 1, there are 8 of those, and then there are 64 F-mass. And then there are 120, and it goes all the way down by 8. So if I remember correctly, GMAS are like A-A, BA-A, YE-A, FG-Y, CL-Y, YE-Y, and ZA-Y. I think that's all of them. I think that's so. As far as I understand voxels, they are in a sort of Matryoshka formation. There's one H minus H. Yes. That is basically what it is, right? Imagine if they found a green gas giant in the supergiant system. That'll be great. You watching the Super Bowl? I'm gonna be working, and I'm not really interested in the Super Bowl anyway. I'm not really interested in sports. The only, I guess, sports I'm interested in are motorsports. I'm a car guy. So other than that, like, yay sports ball. I do like the deals on food though. I'm gonna be eating very unhealthy. Go watch the Cadillac F1 reveal. Ooh. It filled up near Seattle. Nice. I've never been up to Washington State, but I always wanted to. It's very beautiful up there. Not NASCAR? No, not NASCAR. NASCAR is so boring to watch. I like GT racing, GTE racing, and whatnot. Not F1. F1 is also very boring. Sorry. I try to circle some G and F mass boxes like you are. Nah, you'll see Falcon Screech at all of H mass. G and F, they're free from Falcon Screech. Oh, you said me on H mass. That's right. Now you see a lot of Commander Jakob Reismug and Chessie and Susie. A lot of Commander Susie. A lot of Commander Susie. Gosh, it's so annoying. Some people just don't know when to stop. I shouldn't be saying that because I am literally one of those people. That's an interesting little setup right there, huh? Oh, we're here. Okay. Time to go up. This is what I'm talking about right here, if I can just show you before I get up there. These are all super giants. Not that one. But they're all like kind of clustered together, right? Does your FTs take damage if you sit in the jet cone after supercharging? Yes. Well, for not mine, because mine is like freaking rock solid. I've been through around 20 today, more yesterday, and I still haven't had to repair. But the longer you sit in a jet cone, it's like 1% for like 5 seconds or whatever. You'll always take 1% damage when you charge the first time. But I said I was gonna go up there, but yeah, the longer you sit, the more you're gonna take damage. Let's go these binary A-types up here.
Frameshift drive charging.
No, it's not. At least you're not the only one to talk in the not knowing when to stop department. When I find my green gas giant, I will mark my words. Whether that be in 2026 or 2062. It's gonna be a meme. Arcanic is like 70 years old. He has grandkids. And he's still on his PC trying to get the green gas giant. He's reaching almost 500,000 systems. 3% of the Milky Way is explored. Welcome back, Ozzy. Glad you could join us. All explorers know this feeling about when to stop. That is true. That's like the game loop, you know? We got Star Citizen fully released before Organic went into GGG. Oh my god. I love it. Don't say that, man.
Fuel scoop disengaged.
There are three certainties in life: death, taxes, and organic never finding a green gas giant.
Frameshift drive operating.
It's already discovered.
60 minutes. Frameshift drive supercharged. Frameshift drive charging.
Is hybridless cap-on systems in the core specific to the Galactic Sun region, or it is further out? It's kind of non-uniform in its shape. It's not really a circle. Like, if I can go a top-down right here, it's around like Izanami here, and then it like goes here, and then it kind of like scrapes by the edge of Odin's Hold. And then it like kind of collapses in and like has this weird shape. It's like off center. Cause like it's the bar of the Milky Way is this right here, and so it kind of follows that. But if you look at ED Astro, they have a map of helium-rich gas giants, and it's like obvious where it's at.
Charging. System scan complete. Fuel scooping.
Egg shape, exactly.
Frameshift drive charging. Fuel scooping. Fuel scoop disengaged. Frameshift drive charging.
Dude, all these new technologies, what?
Complete. Fuel scooping. Frameshift drive charging.
SEO, dude. Once you have it, you can't live without it. And hey, that was from someone that didn't want to use SEO at first. Like, no, I'll stick with the old one. I already have it. Engineered, blah, blah, blah. Then I use it. I'm like, oh my god, this is great. Pathfinder asks, how do you navigate without looking at the map? Well, I always use the galaxy map. I just have a route plotted right now. I don't go through systems in the nav panel. I can't see what I'm looking at. Of course. Old aspects were engineered 3 years ago. Nice. My SEO is so unstable, I can't use it for long. Yeah, you gotta get a Mandalay. Like, it's crazy how... crazy how all the older ships are all of a sudden, like, just in the dust compared to the new ships. I mean, shout out to monetization strategy by Frontier, but they need to have a way for the older ships to still be viable. Like, have a hull upgrade or something that makes them, like, use SEO, like, easier. Because right now, there's no contest. Jumps. Do you know if it's worth going to the outer regions of the galaxy too? I imagine most people have explored out there since this. Yeah, this concentration is lower. That is true. Hello. Y'all are pretty close. Of course I'm gonna go between them. What are you talking about? Yeah, I like going out to the outer reaches of the galaxy because there's like a nice mood, and there surprisingly are still a lot of stars to find out there that are undiscovered. Like the green gas giant in the former Dean Rift that was discovered 2 years ago. 2 years ago, mind you. You want to see where that's at? Look, look at this. You all need to see where it's at. It is actually crazy how long it took for this to be found. Look. Here. Out in the middle of literally freaking nowhere is a green gas giant right here. So you can find literally anything out here. Do beware though. When you're out of like the edge of the spiral arms, you're not going to get a lot of gas giants anyway because the gas content isn't as high as within the spiral arms.
Frameshift drive charging.
2 super giants tuning for comfort, right? Boost off of that. Found 5 new systems within 1,000 layers of soul. Nice. Within 1,000 layers, pretty good. I found one like 1,200 layers away in like the Prayayuk sector. It's always kind of surprising that I'm still finding new ones this late in the game. But they're always like, you know, lower mass, like T-Tori stars and M-class stars, you know? Oh, but data is old, and I'm not visiting it. Let's go over here.
Frameshift drive charging.
Black holes I discovered was an old data system. Ah. Where are you at then if you only found a black hole that was already found? If you're in the core, you'll find tons of undiscovered black holes. Oh, wow, I need a boost. Of moons here. They're all on one side of the... I was gonna say, they're all on one side of the gas giant. Kruma sector, okay. Data. Oh, so it was an HMAS system. nice.
System scan complete. Fuel scooping.
How much money want to bet there's a green gas giant in this right here black hole system?
Charging.
Yeah, always honk, people. That's like rule number 0 of exploration. Massive one too. Oh yeah. Yeah. Thing is, I like those high mass H mass black holes because they have a lot of warping around them. They have some good visuals. I'm obviously flying a Caspian right now, but what's your opinion on the Caspian versus Mandalay? The Caspian... I only fly the Caspian because of the jump range. That's literally it. Otherwise, I would be using the Mandalay right now. The Mandalay is better at landing in on surfaces for bio. It is good at heat management, so I can charge from the star. It is very much more maneuverable. It is a medium ship. Granted, it looks like a penguin or a pigeon. And it has, of course, less of a viewport than the Caspian. If the Caspian weren't here, I'd be using it. But the Caspian is has a great supercharge range, as well as the FSD does not take nearly as much damage per scoop of the supercharger, or for the scoop of the neutron star. But I hate, as does everybody else, the horizontal bar in the cockpit. Who freaking thought that was a good idea?
Fuel scooping. System scan complete.
All right. Not a single landable atmosphere, but that's to be expected.
Frameshift drive charging.
But this is with 3 argon rich landables. Ah. Nice. How's my route planned? I usually do it based on star types. I have it K type and upwards. But now I'm just doing realistic, so I go through all star types. I also plot for jet cone boosting so I can get places a lot faster. They're ever brave enough to bring Caspian's FSD to other ships? Oh, dude. And that's not gonna happen because they want the novelty of the Caspian to only do things like that. It's like its thing, you know? Always be a first footfall. Man, like, I don't really care about that. Well, not that I don't care, it's just like, I'll do it if it's an interesting system, but like, if it's not like an atmosphere, a water atmosphere, I'm not gonna bother. Exactly. And the, what is it? The, steeper dive for glide upon entry to a planet. I guess you can carry that over to more ships, but first footfall for unique or rare atmospheres, exactly. Mandalay is so much better for exobio, and I found it funny that one of the primary marketing things they used for the Caspian was a small footprint, so it'd be easier to land on surfaces, when that literally just is not the case. Small, yeah, in freaking 9 quotes, small footprint. Yeah, and honestly, I'm not gonna lie, using the Caspian has literally dissuaded me in some cases from doing exobio because I just didn't want to bother landing it. Like, unironically. I want a super DBX? Yes! Like, you joke, but like, that's literally, that would be perfect. Minus the crappy heat management, though.
System scan complete.
Rithilian, good morning! Welcome to the stream. And welcome back, Ellen Jameson. I'm doing all right. Got another chill stream. Looking for gas giants, green gas giants before work. I'd say we got another 2.5 hours. going for the stream before I got a split, but having a good time. Outside, it finally reached above freezing temperatures for the first time in like 2 weeks. 6. Griff Rogers? What is he doing here? No, I'm not scanning any of his shit. Griff mentioned. That's funny seeing one of his discoveries out here. Honestly, I'm tired of doing exit bios sometimes. Goodbye, it's gonna take ages to sweep up. That's true, and there's like no, if you have the same like atmosphere over and over again, you're gonna be getting literally the same bios over and over again. There's no variety, and so yeah, it just gets boring. And the thing is, they've been at it using the same, we're scanning the same plants over and over again. I mean, sure, you can get new colors, but like that's it. For like 4 or 5 years we've been doing this. So we definitely need an upgrade in terms of what we can find out here. And instead of just Radicorda Unica, that one freaking plant. Come on. You could do better. Where's this gas giant at? Come on, there we go. XY is a good break activity, but it can be frustrating. True. It is true. No, okay, it used to be more involved. In the beta, I think it was, you had that mini game where you're scanning it, you have to match the rings with the right like genetic segments, and if you fail, you go down a level, and you have to get it right 3 times in order to get a sample. And people didn't like that because they wanted it more laid back, so they just made it so that it was just, you just click it and you go, click it and you go. I'm pretty sure there are some like beta footage where that was the case that you could watch and see how it went. That was speculation? No, that was like the beta. Like 100%. I couldn't stand the quick type event in beta, honestly. They gave us nothing as an alternative. It's unfortunate. Yeah, that's a good point. I mean, honestly, in Exobio itself, like the act of doing Exobio, I don't want the minigame. However, I wish you could interact with the plants better. Like, at all. Right? They're just like static objects. I wish I could like shoot one of the Fungoida Ballarum sphere things and like, I don't know, have it explode or some shit, you know? Or take a bite out of like another cacti, or like charge up my ship or my battery with electrici, you know? Go over here. Ooh, and oh, I did another binary supergiant. Let's go. There should be more large bioforests like Radicoida. Yes, I wish we had more dense forests like they had shown in the teaser footage for Odyssey, but I feel like my frame rate would drop drastically. Did you have to resource nodes will explode? You shoot them with SRV, it's totally possible. Please. 1984 game used to get random jumps to the middle of nowhere and make your way back. Is that not like super cool? I wish we'd, yeah, missed jumps, right? I would love to have missed jumps in the game. I know, I think it was Ozzy who was saying something like that last time. 63 jump or bodies in a F-type system? Dude, literally take a bite out of Exobio and like, dude, Let's just like take a bit of this osseous mushroom and start seeing sounds, dude. Would that not be so cool? Shoot, that's probably as early explorers did. Okay, rose put some wood spades. That's true. Hey, if I were out here, potentially years, I would want something to entertain myself. And if I can take a peek into a higher dimension, higher than the hyperspace I'm flying through right now, so be it. I'll do it. I wish we can get drunk or somehow intoxicated and have it screw the ship controls. I would totally get a DUI or a flying under the influence charge. And I feel like that is such an easy thing for them to implement too. Like, we already have bars. Just make it so that instead of going to the black market, we could order a drink. I want to get screwed up tonight and then go fly into a star. That would be so funny. Which begs the question, how do commanders not starve to death out in the black? Well, I feel like in my headcanon, like when I stop playing, they also like just like sit back and like make some dinner or something. You know? In the fridge. Way back there somewhere. And they have like a infinite stock or a near infinite stock of food. Or they go hop over to the nearest FC while I'm not playing and go get a bite to eat, whatever. Also a good point. Some way to grow algae indefinitely. And also eating the plants too, I would imagine. Get some fried cacti. Also, another DSA carriers on the way to the core where I might have vistas genomics. That's unfortunate. The shame, the DSSA fleet is only supposed to have a longevity of 2 years per carrier, so they should really swap them out for ones that have Vista genomics in them.
Frameshift drive charging.
Dang, that's unfortunate. There's the other one. I was looking for it. Never have planets, do they? For those who weren't here, I had a... What was that one system where I had 8 stars and they were like all black holes and neutron stars? That was nutty. And of course, there was nothing in it.
Ready to engage.
54.
Fuel scooping.
Green gas giant? When? Am I gonna scan the moons? No. They're just gonna be atmosphereless hunks of rock. Where's the F-type subgiant I had? Yeah, there we go.
Frameshift drive charging.
I just realized my playlist ended. I didn't have it on loop, that's why.
System scan complete. Fuel scoop disengaged. Frameshift drive charging. Fuel scooping. System scan complete.
Ooh, what's this guy? 3.68 Gs.
Fuel scoop disengaged. Frameshift drive charging. System scan complete. Fuel scooping. Fuel scoop disengaged. Frameshift drive charging.
Last one before going out to Izanami. We're gonna check out another one of the cool POIs. Out in I think it's Newton's Vault actually. Got a question for y'all. What is your guys' favorite region in the galaxy to explore in? And I'll tell you mine. is it at? I gotta see. I think it's bingo. That guy. We can get there in like half an hour. We just gotta go up here and book it. Like the Acheron region had a lot of nice trips. Funny you say that, because my favorite is actually right next to it. My favorite is Marisomnia. Mars says, I don't think I visited enough galactic regions to give you a solid favorite. Alright, fair, fair. Out of the ones you visited so far, which one would it be?
Frameshift drive charging. Frameshift drive operating beyond safety limits. Frameshift drive supercharged. Frameshift drive charging. Frameshift drive operating beyond safety limits.
No.
Frameshift drive operating beyond safety limits. Frameshift drive operating beyond safety limits. Frameshift drive supercharged. Frameshift drive charging.
I think sort of the border between core regions and the arms. Let's have prepared sites. Okay, alright. So it's eastern side, northern expanse. You know what? I like that. Not utterly dominated by blue. I have to agree with that. There's some good spots too. I still like to have some darkness.
Frameshift
Not just be surrounded by hot beat times.
Frameshift drive supercharged. Frameshift drive charging.
think I know what you mean. Been through some of those places. Oh, I've been everywhere. If you look at my travel map on EDSM, you can see I've literally been everywhere. What's funny is that for some people, loading their travel map on EDSM takes like 5 seconds. Mine takes 5 minutes. Like, I'm not even joking. Gotta get fuel soon. Just realized. I heard that. I don't know what that was. Can I get a fuel star soon? Oh my gosh. Discords I hang out around again. I am mostly in the Independent Explorers Association Discord. I don't have the link to join off the like on standby. I'll have to get that. But I also go to Eden or the Elite Dangerous Explorers Network. I'm also in the Stellar Cartographers Guild. It's a nice place to hang around a lot. I'm also in Canon, yeah, but I think other than that, that's about it. I'm in iGow, but I don't hang out there often. Water giant. Oh. Is that what crashed? Did my EDMC crash? Or my... Oh, EDJP crashed. I'm like, why am I not getting, my notifications? Okay, here we go. Hadn't had that happen in a while. If you want my ping. Yeah, sure.
Fuel scooping.
Gotta slurp up some hydrogen real quick. I didn't even do my daily codex check for green gas giants. Let's do it. Nope. 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 No. No. Nope. Nothing new. Senton Cannon. Let's check it out. Oh, that's right. You have, I was gonna change my star instance count. I didn't do that. Get the invitation link via Griff in Inara. Then the, oh, okay, it's in Inara. Gotcha. Here we go.
Fuel suit disengaged.
Isn't it 2-minute squadron? Dude, who uses the overhauled squadron? Because I haven't met a single person who really cares about it.
Frameshift drive charging.
I mean, cool, you have squadron carriers, but that's like literally it.
Frameshift drive operating beyond safety limits. Frameshift drive supercharged. Frameshift drive charging. Frameshift drive operating beyond safety limits. Frameshift drive supercharged. Frameshift drive charging.
Ozzy, didn't you say you have 48,000 stars for your instance count? What's your, didn't you say you had like 48,000, 44,000 stars for your star instance count? Or was that somebody else? Okay, 48,000. And you still get 13-second jump times? That's wild. I'll definitely try that. Some of the squadron bonuses can be quite crazy. That's true. I don't even know what my bonuses are for the squadron. Not enough for me to notice, I guess. I'll have to check.
Frameshift drive operating beyond safety limits. Frameshift drive supercharged. Frameshift drive charging.
I slept in my arm weird. It's like, it feels weak.
System scan complete.
This area's been pretty, like, yeah, like where I am right now, like with sufficient star density, I feel like it would look a lot better
Frameshift drive
with more stars.
beyond safety limits.
And I know my computer can handle it.
Frameshift drive charging.
I'll have to write that down somewhere to change the time. Change the count. It seems like near the core of this game, the stars to show only the boys. Yeah, it's true. That is actually true. They only do, and it seems like it's so like, it's odd when they do it because it's like all the other stars stop existing, and it's just like a plain sphere of stars around you. That's it. McButtons has 480,000 stars. Are you kidding me? Wow. Jordan Oliver just blew up looking at the stream while laying on an exobiome. No. I didn't mean to do it. Sorry. Oof. Hopefully you didn't lose a lot. If you did, you could probably just imagine sending the ticket to Frontier. Sorry, I was looking at a live stream and I died. Can you reimburse me, please? Thanks. Had the instructions from him, but just I wonder what his stars look like. I'd really like to see that. Oh, just started hanging out locally? Nice, okay.
Frameshift drive operating beyond safety limits.
Good.
Frameshift drive supercharged. Frameshift drive charging.
What does Izanami even mean?
System scan complete. Warning, frameshift drive operating beyond safety limits. Frameshift drive supercharged. Frameshift drive charging.
It's kind of a Japanese goddess. Okay. Interesting.
Frameshift drive operating beyond safety limits. System scan complete.
Where's the cone? There it is.
Frameshift drive operating beyond safety limits. Frameshift drive charging.
Hopefully Starship Simulator will look as good as Elite one day. I feel like it will, eventually. I know they're running on kind of a small team, but that kind of means they can do whatever they want. I have high hopes for them. And I hope Elite will look as good as Elite did 5 years ago.
Frameshift drive operating beyond safety limits.
There was just something about Legacy lighting that just like was perfect.
Drive charging.
Odyssey, it looks more crisp, but it doesn't do it justice. Like the mood of the lighting. The lighting is too like flat. If that makes sense. Y'all know stellar lighting needs fixed. I don't understand. I already made that massive Reddit post about it. They got like 70,000 views. And a lot more comments on the issue tracker. But like, they didn't do anything. Why is a blue star emitting white light? Why is a red star emitting white light? Why is a yellow star emitting white light? Why is okay, brown dwarfs actually emit purple or dark light, but still, you get what I mean. Can't wait to see what they do with neutral star jets. Oh, I thought they did. Okay, no, that was black hole accretion disks. That's right. They didn't do neutrons yet. If our ships can filter the starlight to show a star in its true colors, its immediate relative area in our viewport. Why can't we keep its actual color when we go far away too? True. What I also found kind of funny, well, not really funny, but actually interesting to think about, relative to like, because I think in like canon, not like in canon, but I guess like it would make sense for the viewport to polarize the light so we can like, you know, look at stars. But when the canopy breaks and the glass flies out into space, there's a hole there. So like when we look at stars, would we not get instantly like freaking blinded? Right? Helmet visor. Okay, fine. Helmet visor too. Hand wavy stuff, yeah. Adding neutron stars so you can listen to their rotation. Interesting. Like the click, like the click, 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 click. Or the brrrr, like the high rotating ones that rotate like 100 times a second. If they rotate visually. Oh, okay. Those be like static cones or something. I mean, all the jet cones are just animated, and then they change their speed based on the rotation of the star, so you can animate some kind of swirling thing or whatever to make it look like it's rotating. Jumps already. Right. How long do you plan on streaming today? I'm going to be going for at least another hour and a half because I still gotta go to work. So it's almost 10:30 right now. I'll be going until maybe 12. After today, I'm gonna be busy for a couple of days, so I think the next day I'm gonna be able to stream will be on Tuesday. Currently listening at work? Heck yeah. Whoop, I need fuel. Bruh, my next star. Okay, whatever. Bring me to, this red giant right here. For funsies.
Frameshift drive charging.
Starship Commander Ryan Spur. Never heard of that before. Oh, the heat just turned on. Okay. So, I don't know why, but it feels like with red giants, you get more like landable atmospheres than with super giants, even though they're basically both like giants. Well, not in this system, but I feel like in general, red giants have more atmospheres. Same with carbon stars.
System scan complete.
Well, right, but red giants also have like intense stellar winds as well.
Fuel
I don't
cell
know.
disengaged.
Search for current Ryan's person, more like bridge commander for combat. Oh, okay. Interesting. I don't really know what I think, but I can look at it.
Frameshift drive charged.
How do I have such an eagle eye for carbon stars? It's honestly impressive. Well, I can tell like at like a glance immediately, like what a star like is if it's not like a small one. Because they're big and yellow, right? And they're kind of obvious to see. And since they're D-mass, they show up closer to the cursor. I don't know. I've been hunting carbon stars for a while, and after a while of doing this, you kind of know what to look for. And even this for a long time true. And I've also been on like, I've purposely gone out and only looked at carbon stars. Didn't know what the type of high masses and spring further around the target map. Yes. It is also very useful, and especially since you see, or if you see, like a bigger star. Like you said, with Rayets. Somebody said something about Wolf Rayets, using them. And you can use that for super giants as well. Yeah, yeah. Another water world. I haven't had a lot of water worlds today. Usually I have a lot of them, but I guess today is just one of those days, huh? That's alright.
Frameshift drive operating beyond safe
Nitrogen.
limits.
Okay. It'd be cool if we had more sentient life in the galaxy. Oh, I've been saying that for years. Just having the Guardian, well, the Guardians aren't even a thing anymore, and just the Thargoids. I mean, I know they're trying to be like, oh, the galaxy is empty because space in reality is empty, but like, come on. It's a game. And you have all of these permit lock sectors and cool areas, and also systems with a lot of Earth-likes that have been found by players already. Why don't you, like, I don't know, do something with that and like give us explorers something to chew on? Like, are you kidding me? Humans are the only ones that are exploring the galaxy? No. Oh, and you know, both the alien species of the galaxy just happen to be really close to us? True.
Frameshift drive charging.
I feel that, like, I know they've done that for, like, gameplay purposes, for, like, people who don't have enough time, don't have to travel as far, but, like, come on, be real. Have some other, like, thing. Actually, you know what? No, I'm not going to complain about that, because you know why? I'm not going to complain about that, because even if you see this with Colonia, they throw a random freaking alien civilization on the other side of the galaxy, they're not going to jump to it. The majority of the player base will just take a freaking FC to it. Because they're too lazy to jump themselves. Like, oh, I'll just use a foot carrier to jump because I have things to do. You know? They're just not going to do the exploration game loop because they just want to see the cool thing, check it out, and then jump back to the level. Of course, this crazy new Radicorda Unica is discovered 400 light years from Sol. Sure, dude. Whatever. Ran over. Alright. I'm cool with the galaxy being empty, but I think that there should be some kind of rare cosmic core type thing. Yes! Yes! Did the old Elite games have some other aliens they could trade with? I don't know, but that sounds like a cool idea. We need a cosmic core. The Thargoids aren't enough. I mean, sure, like the Thargoid Titans, that I guess that will be like some sort of Lovecraftian freaking nonsense, right? But like we need like dangerous, like you will die if you even look at this thing kind of cosmic core, you know? They just give us pre-space travel like Earth legs where you can see, yes, lights, no darkness. That would be so easy to implement, and we can keep track of that. We can keep track of that and monitor their progress, and we can see, oh, they're doing this. This civilization is doing that. Oh, they just killed each other. Whoops. Man. Yeah. I don't know, just more thrusts for explorers, natural or otherwise, would be cool. Yeah, this game is called Elite Dangerous after all. Shit's supposed to be dangerous. Oh my gosh, this sector name, Freefoo? Are you kidding me? Freefoo. Why is that so funny? White dwarfs the only danger? True. Literally true. Neutron star? Nah. I can sit in a cone and FSS all I want. Black holes? No. I can FSD emergency drop right into it. I can sniff it. I can lick the black hole and it still won't kill me. I don't need a boost. I don't want a boost. I don't want a boost. No! Actually, no, while I'm here, whatever. Let's do it. What is that even? Okay. We can go down. Oh, we're still going. Okay. Hey, where is that sector I'm in right now? Free food. We're high up. No HMAS? I guess we are that high up, aren't we? That, your ship? Oh, I didn't see that one. We're planets with varied liquid on the surface? Yeah, at least something. Some sort of liquid that our ships can, like, not even interact with. Like, sure, just, like, make a splash or something. Something, dude. Come on. That your ship autopiloting itself into a mountainside when you recall it, speaking from experience. And what's even funnier is that your ship by default has autopilot, but it just so happens to stop working when you're in it, right? If you're trying to if you're having a hard time landing, you can't just turn on autopilot, right? Unless you have that module installed. Black holes need to be dangerous, like add an accretion disk for those without an accretion disk? I don't know. True. Instead of just making it heat up. Maybe the gravity well is so strong the FSD can get pulled on so hard that it shuts off. So okay. Like, I don't know. And for those who are playing Legacy, let me know if you had this too. Like, in like Legacy Elite, when you approach a black hole, like you can hear the ship like creaking when you were close to it, or you can hear some sort of weird sound. I don't know if that was just me, but black holes back then used to have that weird sound. Yeah, the black hole sounds are pretty cool. I want them back in Elite. The one and only time I've lost my ship while exploring was doing exobio in the mountains. Called my DBX and smashed. Dang. Suicidal DBX? Please fix the gravitation. Like, for real, I get it. You might not be able to pull it off when you were still making the game on console, but since we have PCs now that are like so much more powerful, yeah, we can afford the actual skybox and in-system body warping. Please. And there's some cool sounds when we hit a black hole in the FSS. Not in the FSS. Even when you drop out into normal space and point your ship at it, you can hear some like, you can hear the tones like shifting and then be like shifting down in pitch. It's pretty cool. Landed nose first. That's funny. There's one time in the expedition that I was hosting last year, the Green Gas Giant tour, we were getting ready to do a SRV rally, and I was just like randomly flying my Mandalay on a side of a canyon with my landing gear up, and I like stopped moving for a second and it landed my ship. Oh my god, I need fuel. Actually, no, I don't. It landed my ship midair with the landing gear off, and I have a video clip of it, and it was the weirdest thing. I don't know how that could have happened, but it did. Now we're getting animated black holes. The same update, we're getting comments guaranteed. This animation for black hole is just a graphic, not very cool. Yeah, right. It's just like, wait, isn't it like a hole, but there's like a waveform representing sound? It's like telling you what it sounds like, right? Something like that. Just like make it be black, dude. Or not show me anything. I'd rather have that. I need to remember to freaking fuel up, dude. I keep just like moving on. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Yeah, but still, just like, I don't know, whatever. I mean, we can zoom in on like literal stars and not break the FSS scanner thing. So, do you think we'll ever get walkable interiors for ships in Elite? I'm one of those people. Okay, hold on. I'm one of those people that don't really care about ship interiors. And I'll tell you why. Because I don't think if a Frontier implements them, they will be implemented correctly. Right? Like, I don't think we'll be able to interact with a lot of things. We'll have like a locker, we'll have, we can sit down, but like, we won't have the interactivity that people want. And that's the thing people argue against with ship interiors. Like, oh, we're not going to have this. Because I legit feel like they wouldn't implement it correctly and people will be pissed. If they do, make it like, oh, we can drink a drink, or we can interact with like the FSS or the system map or the codex or whatever from the other screens over there, besides just our left or right side panel, that would be cool. But I don't think that's going to happen. And I don't mind the screen shifting to black when I get out of the ship, you know? But do I think I'll ever get them? Realistically, I don't really know. That's like my answer. I don't know if we get him or not. Nah, Frontier wouldn't do that, I don't think. What did I tell you? I would forget to scoop again. Wasn't the original idea having the players escape from gas giants? I think it was both stars and gas giants, yes. But they have since moved on from that idea. But you can still see the remnants of what that the idea looked like. With the different types of gas giants. Helium rich and gas giants, whatnot. I don't want to say it would be too tedious. I just felt like they wanted to have like one single method of scooping. And how it is now, like you can't really get that close to gas giants and move fast, especially because like the gravity well, you'll just be locked at 200 kilometers a second. Or megameters a second, whatever it is, I think. So, like, if we were allowed to like get closer into the atmosphere, kind of thing, you know, that would be better, but I don't feel like that's gonna happen. Weird sector name. And also, like, realistically, I would rather I feel like they would rather have had a more consistent way of fueling, because gas giants in a system are not always guaranteed, and you'll always have at least well, I guess not always have a star in a scoopable star in a system, but like a star that you can scoop, and then you can go out and identify the galaxy map. Where you want to scoop from, you know. White dwarf. All my homies hate white dwarfs.
System scan complete. Frameshift drive operating beyond safety limits. Frameshift drive supercharged. Frameshift drive charging.
Gas giants would be a good way to gather and scoop unrefined gas to synthesize into a fuel injection. Yeah. Good idea. I wish they would have stuck with it. At least had that as an alternative, you know?
Frameshift drive operating beyond safety limits. Frameshift drive supercharged. Frameshift
33.2% helium. Always love to see it. The D-mass? Rogue planets would be an entirely different manner of stumbling upon them. You'd have to misjump to find one, which I wouldn't mind. I would like to misjump to find one. But I feel like if they didn't add it at the very beginning of the game, they were not going to get it, you know? That functionality just isn't there.
drive operating beyond safety limits.
Maybe it is. I don't know.
Frameshift
D-mass, alright, cool.
charging.
Haven't found anything higher than 28. Dang, unlucky.
Frameshift drive operating beyond safety limits. Frameshift drive supercharged. Frameshift drive charging.
Typically, they exist in the galaxy generation, but you can't target it as it's necessary. Yeah, that's what I thought. Part of me is like, maybe they set it as like a switch they can turn. So, like, oh, all of a sudden, like, they'll be able to be visited. You know? But I don't know. 34.9. I love like when you go up to 34%, 35% helium. I don't know what they chose stars of gas giant scooping. There's no way to. Yeah, true. Well, if you encountered 28, then you can encounter 30% because the hard cap is 27%, so you can't get 28% in the core. So you're close.
Frameshift drive charging. Warning, frameshift drive operating beyond safety limits. Frameshift drive supercharged. Frameshift drive charging.
See, I like the method kind of the Starship Simulator has with like that long range scans and whatnot. To like tell at a glance like what kind of type they are. Like how I guess from Earth you can tell what kind of planets, but not exactly what kind of planets there are in stars. What is that? Okay. Oh, I was going crazy. Wait, huh? Oh. Hold on. We're gonna visit that soon. Hold on a sec. I'm looking up the gas giant method. Yeah, it's true. I'm curious about that binary right there. Hope not going to be interesting, but I want to see it nonetheless. The water giant. Is this a metal rich system? 30%? Son of a bitch. It is. Huh. Ooh, interesting. Look at this. Are water giants common in high metal systems? Yes, they are. Look at that. Look at that. Look at that. Wow, that is close. Can I land on it? Yeah, I'm gonna land on it right now. Wow. I never have them this close to the gas giant here. You know what? Yeah, I'm gonna go the other side because this side isn't lit and it's gonna be bugged. A Roche limit violation. Funny enough, the Star Forge actually does have a Roche limit limit that won't place bodies within it. So technically, this might be like the most stable part before it gets torn apart. Maybe not. I don't know. Yeah, this is freaking nutty, this situation right here. Wow, I'm bookmarking this for real. Yeah. Way too close for real. Hopefully it's not going to turn black. Oh, we're so close. It's not going to turn black at all. We're good. Just kind of ironic considering the system I was going to in the first place. Can I drop? Oh my gosh, 3 Gs. I didn't even realize that. This is giving me... I can't get out and walk. Gotta be careful. I mean, I don't have a problem with it. I've done freaking crazy G landings before, so... Just gotta... go smooth.
Landing gear deployed.
Running gravity tuned thrusters? Yes, I am. Wow. Huh. That is a wild picture. I'm gonna get my SRV. High gravity warning, you don't say. Dun, 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 dun. Wow. What's the orbital period again? 0.5 days? 0.6 days. Okay. What's this atmosphere here? Yeah, it's a pretty cool duo. I'm gonna... Yeah. Can I get like a cool cool shot? The shadow's gonna whatever. Oh, that's so cool. The silhouette. Mood. For real. For real. Wow. This is so cool. And the star's pretty close, too. Heck yeah. Okay, turn the stabilizer on. Yes. Yeah, this is legit why we keep searching right here. This is why we search. Find cool shit like this. Wow. Alright, where's my ship at? There it is. I can't stop looking at it. It's so cool. Too bad I can't first football it. Oh. That's also a good picture right here. Imagine an outpost in this planet.
Frameshift drive charging.
To boldly go where no man has gone before.
3, 2, 1.
Words of wisdom. Very true. Oh, watch this. All I'm gonna do is call a pro gamer move. That goes the hunt, and he wins. Comfort snail, you're not gonna believe it. Found the coolest binary. That is very close. I found this like 10 minutes ago, not even. Look at that. Look how close they are. Can a gas giant have a gas dwarf moon? Sure can. I found plenty of those before.
Frameshift drive charging.
Even an icy world can have a gas giant moon. I'll have to do that voxel after we visit this this system I wanted to go to. We're doing that voxel. Only 480p at the moment as we're walking up a valley back home. All right. At least you're joining us on my your entertainment on the walk back. This last jump? It is the last jump. I guess he arrived just in time, comfort snail.
Frameshift drive charging.
5 minutes to go. Get such boxes. Heck yeah, dude. Alright. This is why I said it was kind of ironic that I found what I just did. Because we're visiting this. Captain Halibut, hello! Again, arriving just in time
Disengaged.
to see some cool shit. You stranded myself? Oh no. I'm glad you're out of there. Stop getting stranded, guys. Oh my gosh. Y'all are crazy. Speaking of crazy. Are those Taylor rings? These are Taylor rings. And probably the weirdest set. This planet has 4 moons. You can see them all right there. Got 1 moon, 2 and 3, and then that one. They're just really narrow rings. Look how many bodies are in the screen right now. Got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It's a party, true. Found some cool shit up there though? Heck yeah. Nice. They are very close together. Let's get a better shot here. Gonna land on one of them. Violating the Roche limit again. Yup. Classic Stellar Forge.
Orbital flight engaged.
Oh crap, we're gonna be in the nighttime if we're going behind the thing here. Oh my gosh, do you see that? Look. Oh. I'm in the sphere of influence now. But it was like going faster than my FSD was taking me. Hold up, we're gonna... Whoa. You know what? Because we're on stream, I don't want you guys to look at black stuff, so we're gonna go up to the primary over here.
Frameshift drive charging. 4, 3, 2, 1, engage.
Because classic Odyssey. If something's blocking the star, then everything's gonna go black. Actually, you know what? Let's go to the ring. Bonk. So we discovered a new hot, thin silicon vapor atmosphere? Nice. Where they post it? IEA? Ah, heck yeah. Always good to find one of those. If you're in the area, stop by that system. I'll say the ship in high inclination. Ooh. The problem is that you have to be there at the right time, otherwise you won't see properly. Okay. Alright. Interesting. You gotta look at boxes with high metallicity. That's where you find them. Guarantee if you look to where that one was found, it's gonna be above 28%. We're gonna visit the moon up here, so we can get a view looking down onto the system here. And then we're gonna go to, actually, yuck. I'm gonna bookmark this for later. Oh, I am not in the area. I was just there earlier today, so like, that sucks. Oh.
Frameshift drive charging. 3, 2,
What's the best way to eyeball box metallicity? Well, you can't from the galaxy map. You gotta have a gas giant in this system to really tell you. But if you're looking for clues, you can look for and I wrote an article about this that's on the Canon website. There's a lot of things to look for, like a lot of bodies in a system, a lot of moons of a gas giant. The gas giant looking weird, like it has like cool cloud patterns. A lot of MRBs and HMCs auto scanned when you first arrive at the voxel, or in the system rather. Like oxygen atmospheres, ringed oxygen atmospheres on moons of gas giants with high inclination. I'm just going off the top of my head, but do these have first footfalls? Yeah, they do. Okay. Huh. Kind of wild. Hopefully, when we come back, it'll be at a different orbital spot, so we can get all of them in one shot. Totally different question, but some GGs kind of be squished. They have a high rotational period. So the centripetal force kind of makes them look squished because they're rotating so fast. They want to fly apart. Wow. That's a good screenshot right there. For sure. Alright. Now we saw this. I do want to go back and do this voxel. Oh, yes. It's a big one.
Frameshift drive charging. Frameshift drive charging. Fuel scooping.
Oh, yeah, dude. This is what I like to see right here. This is juicy. Oh, this is juicy. This is the percentage, 31.9. All right. What do you think will be the next updates for Elite this year? Hopefully something exploration related, because we really haven't been getting anything in that regard in the past 5 years. And I'm pretty sure maybe later this month they're gonna release the roadmap. It's a nice water giant right there. To see like, because I am definitely curious. Besides, what is it, operations this year, and also curious to see how many more ships we're gonna get. New ships. Healing rich gas giant right here. Get the H. Question is, what roles? True, I don't know. We got exploration, so it might be near the combat. Or maybe dedicated exobio, I don't know. No, that'll be the Mandalay, so. Curious. That's a nice looking one for sure. Beautiful. Oh yeah, we haven't gotten any passenger vessels. True. Need some more Saud Kruger representation, am I right? Worker Mark II would be great. That is actually true, that's a good point. Medium landing pads and go more places. But what would it be called though? Curious what they'd call it. Core Dynamics, I don't actually see getting a new ship. I'm pretty sure, if anything, the way they're going, especially like design-wise, Saud Kruger would get. New manufacturer. I feel like we've seen the resurgence of Zorgon Peterson a lot recently because they've only made 1 or 2 ships like ever. And then when they start releasing new ships, we're getting things up and right from them. But yeah, new manufacturer would be very cool. The humpback. Yeah, 2 water giants. That's interesting. Yeah, not too bad of a system here. All right, we're gonna go to EDGP and start the voxel survey. 2 systems seen. Okay. Oh my gosh, Fuar, that next to the planetary nebula is a crazy find. Did you see that in the general chat? That is wild. It's in Discord, so I can't show you guys, but... Nothing. .8% helium. Huh. Guess it was lucky. Very lucky, because all my discoveries are not in lower metallicity voxels for silicon paper. Yeah, did nobody find that? That's a lucky find. Interesting large combat ship. I would actually like to see that. Well, we've had I guess small, not really small, but the Python for combat. I guess you could have used the Cobra Mark V for combat too, but that's a multi-role. So you're telling me I was just spoiled with the first system in this voxel and now I'm gonna get trash afterwards? Not too bad. Tragic, these are not landable whatsoever. Okay. Okay, dude.
Frameshift drive charging.
some more HRGGs. Love to see it. Dang. Why do elite ships look like infantry fighters while they're massive in comparison to other franchise ships? Thrusters in this game are like magic. I mean, sure, we have like flight assist that'll kind of counter thrust your movements. But like, yeah, especially like the mass of these ships, like some ships like the Anaconda, and like they'll have really slow to move, so they're not, sometimes they're not nearly as maneuverable. But yeah, that's just the Elite's flight model. That's also makes it fun, but also again kind of annoying sometimes. Dude, that's like.
System scan complete.
What is this, Argon? Water rich. It's been a hot minute since I found a water rich atmosphere. Let's check it out. Ghost of Elysium, just during the stream, how many GGGs have you found during your career? A whopping 0. I have not found any green gas giants that are my first discovery. So far, there are 63 known to the community. None are mine. It's my life goal. As you can tell by my profile picture, I love them. Am I ever going to find one? I don't know. Hopefully soon. And hopefully on stream. That'd be crazy, capturing my reaction on stream. At this point, it's like a bucket list of my life is to find a green gas giant. It's up there with seeing the Northern Lights and going to Iceland. It's just gotta happen. There's still a few billion stars up to explore. Yeah, I'll find one. Yeah, someday, whether that be tomorrow or in 50 years. That would be an insane find on stream. Absolutely.
Orbital flight engaged.
Fingers crossed. Fingers crossed. Oh, 7 from the bubble? Hello. Glad you can join the stream, guys. Always great to see new faces here. We're landing on a water-rich atmosphere right now. This is a very uncommon atmosphere type. Why do I always go to crater rims that are just like so mountainous? Didn't know they were water rich. Well, like, water rich is like weird because it has no resemblance to water whatsoever. It might be a little blue, sure, but you won't find any bios on it. I have not ever found a single water rich atmosphere with bio. See, like, it's flat ground, right? I can easily land here right now. Thank you. Nice. Let's get first footfall. Oh yeah. Makes you think, doesn't it? Yeah. Starship Sim has plans on something similar to community-made exploration maps for Elite. Oh, I like that. Looking forward to see what it'll look like. That's another signifier too that you're in a high realistic box when you have a more uncommon atmospheres like this. You're out. All right, see you, Ozzy. Thanks for stopping by today. Session-based rather than persistent multiplayer. Well, that's not even really persistent multiplayer. It's just peer-to-peer. Elite is. But I get what you're saying. Yeah, I have to see more screenshots from the game because I haven't since I played it freaking 2 years ago. I want to see how much has changed. See the orbital mission like Galley or Cassini set for the Ice Giant turret system? Yeah, absolutely. Because yeah, the only pictures we had up close are from the Voyager, so of Uranus and Neptune. So I'd love to see, and especially we've learned some really cool things about those planets too since the 70s. It's like Uranus has like seasonal variations in its atmosphere and looks different depending on when in the season it is, because when the Voyagers visited it, it was like a featureless disk, when that's not always the case. It has like white clouds and it changes its like appearance like drastically, and I thought that was really cool. And Neptune, like that black spot that it saw wasn't persistent, and it's gone now, and it changes too. I would also like to see a probe be sent out to Eris in Dysnomia to see what that looks like too, because like a dwarf planet with an actual moon. I know Pluto has like, okay, I personally think that Pluto and Charon are binary dwarf planets, and Charon not being a moon of Pluto because the barycenter is outside of Pluto and is just that much like far away. But I like to see one to Eris and Dysnomia for sure. I think the United States was planning on sending a probe to Uranus sometime in the 2030s. Ooh, okay. What I'm actually pretty hyped for is the Dragonfly mission to Titan. Like, checking out like the only other area known in the solar system to have liquid on the surface, and it's a moon with an atmosphere. Dude, that's like, I can't wait to see pictures of that, of Titan. That would be so freaking cool. And I think storm seem to be much more ephemeral compared to those. Yeah, exactly. Many Kuiper Belt objects that are very interesting. Core. Yeah. What was that one Haumea that is a triaxial ellipsoid with rings apparently? I don't know when it developed rings, but also has 2 moons. I want to see that too. I want to see all of them, dude. Like, please. And I hope we can get a probe ready just in case we discover Planet 9 so we can send it there immediately. Because I want to see close-up images of that before I die, for sure. VR mode, okay. I'll definitely check that out. Kind of see for sure. Gas giants are cool, for sure. It'd be so old when Dragonfly gets sent there, but seeing photos from the surface would make me look like a child again. Dude, and that's just like the special thing too. Like, all these photos, like, I know, seeing when I was younger, Hubble's pictures is very inspiring, and is definitely what made me get into astronomy to begin with. And I feel like just seeing new pictures of just like with kids now and seeing the surface of Mars, like, so inspiring, and we need some more of that to get more kids interested in space and in STEM in general. Because there's just something about seeing the surface of another world besides our own that is just, it just does something to us. It does, like, us humans, you know, that sense of wonder and curiosity. I know, me personally, I'm probably never gonna see my, like, in person, like the surface of another world besides Earth. I would like to, but I don't think it's just gonna happen. I'm not gonna live long enough, but you know, that would be cool. Yeah, and like you say that, Hal, but like it's so weird that like nowadays we can just go on the internet and see pictures from another planet. Like it's just commonplace. Like imagine 50, not 50, like 100 years ago. Like, oh, look at the pictures of the surface of Venus, the surface of Mars, the surface of Europa soon, the surface of Titan, of and South. Like, what? That would be just bonkers. Right. Or like, that comes like a star right there. You see that? What was I gonna say? Crap. Oh yeah, riding in airplanes. That's the same thing. Like our ancestors would have given their life to just ride in an airplane and see Earth's surface from above. Like we take all of these huge technological advancements for granted. Oh, I'm looking forward to Artemis as well. I'm so looking forward to seeing that. I'm thinking of calling off work and seeing them launch. I don't know what's gonna launch, but I recently had my mind blown by a JWST and spread pics of the pillars of creation. Yes, I've seen that too. Next to the next best thing there on the surface, exactly. And also, the Vera Rubin telescope. Like, I saw one of the like the first picture released of that wide view or wide angle view of some galaxy clusters. I stared at that for a solid hour. Like I was just mind blown. It was so ethereal just looking at that, and all those little dots are galaxies. No freaking way we're alone, dude. Gosh. I just wish we had more want to go. We need more funding over here in America. NASA is getting pennies to the dollar for funding. And we're not going to be a leading space anything if we don't have the funding to actually do the research that's required. And I saw, like, the things that were canceled for, well, this year and future projects because funding just wasn't there. And that just breaks my heart as, like, a science guy, you know? Like all these things that just aren't going to happen. These new research, things that we're going to find with the universe aren't going to happen because the government didn't give us enough money. That's why I want more, like, if governments aren't going to do anything, then private companies to do like, you know, you see like Blue Origin doing space tourism and SpaceX doing rockets. Like, that's what we kind of need to have happen. If we need the governments aren't gonna, you know, step up and get funding to their space programs. Something really emotional about being inspired by Erikoth. Yeah, it's kind of, yeah, it is, especially like yeah, especially with Erikoth, that we will never see it again for potentially hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of years until we somehow develop space travel. That image that was taken will be the only image we ever have of Erikoth ever, potentially until we all die. And that is just so cool. Lonely twins at the edge of the solar system. Yeah. It's kind of poetic in a way. I'd also want to see Sedna. See how it looks. Just far away. You're talking about edge of the solar system. Sedna goes out there. It's like a 0.85 eccentricity. That's nuts. Apparently it's like kind of red from Tholins. Also something I want to see. I still can't get over those pictures of Pluto. And those crazy mountains and ice sheets and that hazy atmosphere, layered atmosphere. Man. I cried when Cassini went down. I'm not gonna lie. I just cried. Pluto is gorgeous. Just look at the high-res photos, like the raw photos. Not raw, but like raw processed photos. On the website, just like all the terrain features, and it's a tiny planet, but you see all these different biomes and like huge ridges, and then you have like the flat fresh ice. Like, man, another place I just want to visit. I want to visit everywhere. Earth-like, let's go. Nice. Where the Pluto might have seasonal lakes of liquid nitrogen depending on where it is in its orbit. Interesting. Seasonal lakes of liquid nitrogen. Not gonna lie, I didn't think the atmosphere was thick enough for that. That's really interesting. Get close to the atmosphere. Okay, that makes sense. Well, still, I don't... Does outgassing really count for that big of a shift in atmospheric pressure? I mean, I guess I'd imagine so. I'm curious. All that sublimated ice. I guess it would become water vapor. Or not that far out in the solar system. Think New Horizons almost didn't happen because Pluto was deemed too uninteresting? Okay, the thing about that Mars is that I feel like the people who we pitched these ideas to, who ultimately govern the funding of these projects are the only ones that would say that. The scientists, any scientist, would say absolutely not. Any body of the solar system is interesting. The fact that they said that just pisses me off that they would say that. You know? Too uninteresting. You don't know anything about it and you already deem it uninteresting? Are you kidding me? And I wonder, on the topic of New Horizons, I wonder, like, if it will visit another body on the route that it's going to. I don't know. I would like it to. But I don't know if an object has been discovered yet. You're letting people with money get things done? Yeah. Alan Stern had to fight tooth and nail to get New Horizons off the ground. He's a personal hero of mine. Huh. Not gonna lie, I didn't know New Horizons went through that much, that trouble. I'm gonna have to read up on that. Because all I know about New Horizons, it's like, oh, it's the fastest object ever. Well, not besides the Parker Solar Probe, but getting it off the ground, I didn't know it had to take that much work. That would be a cold dead world, and IO discovered that was pricing lively. Little toy box world. Io is definitely an interesting planet. I feel like, will we ever see the surface of that? I mean, Europa, obviously, and the other Galilean moon, sure, but Io, I feel like, since there's lava on the surface, we won't ever be able to see it from the surface. We just won't send a probe there. Low. Low. Whoa.
Complete.
Interesting. Yeah, right. It's absolutely cooked radiation, so even if we wanted to send a probe there or lander there, it's gonna be fried. Speaking of IO-like worlds, exactly. If we could only land on them, shake my head. Nice ring system. Yeah, and I was actually like really interested in cryovolcanism and like past features of that. That was so cool. Why is modern sci-fi so bad, like Star Wars or Star Trek? That's a good question. That's a very good question. Look at these balls of cheese real quick, though. Oh yeah, Disney ruins freaking everything, by the way. I want to get first football in this one, though. Yeah, ever since the rights were sold to Disney with Star Wars, and okay, you say that, but not gonna lie, recent Star Trek, like Star Trek Discovery, is like one of my favorite TV shows. Star Trek gets like the politics and like just the nature of like humanity into its storytelling, and that's why I like it a lot. Star Wars is just like your basic bitch sci-fi stories, right? I want to say that, but like, I don't know. It focuses on a whole other thing besides Star Trek, in my opinion. But if you want to roast me live in the chat, go ahead for my opinions, but I'm just saying. Got into Star Trek. I got into Star Trek because my parents they watched the old, like from the '60s Star Trek, and I went up from there with Shatner and Kirk, which I read one of Shatner's books, To Boldly Go, and it was about his experience with going to space and him getting like old in general. And that was really moving piece of work, and I recommend you guys read it for sure. But yeah, I grew up with Star Trek, and I never really was really interested in Star Wars. I was never interested in like the kind of the Empire and the fighting and the aspect of that. I always thought Star Trek, the more storytelling, more explorative of space and explorative of like the human psyche and the decisions we make, that was more impactful, I feel like, right? Indeed, it's a great shot and a great read. Wow. Beautiful. It's more philosophical. Bingo. Love that. Starfleet Academy. I haven't watched that. Well, if they're destroying the lore, then that's no bueno. I'll have to look into that. Or not. Detecting a pattern when it comes to space settings. True. Like, yeah, anybody can tell a story like in space. Like the movies like what was it, Passenger or whatever, with Chris Pratt and Jennifer Lawrence being stuck in space. Like, yeah, it's a sci-fi thing set in space. I like more like, well, to an extent, like Don't Look Up, with like the morals of dooming your own planet for the sake of getting resources. Or like my favorite movie, Contact. That is like the perfect situation I'm talking about. Wow. Love that. What's the next one? Ooh, A-Type. Let's go. Gosh.
Frameshift drive charging.
been watching Contact for a while, please. Matthew McConaughey is the GOAT. And Jodie Foster. They both have incredible roles and do them very well. I have not actually read the book, Carl Sagan's book, which is based off of. But yeah, it's a very moving and very well done movie too. It is very much aware of what it's trying to do and does it well. Oh shoot, it's past 12 o'clock. I gotta get ready for work. Well, ladies and gentlemen, this has been the 6th stream of trying to find a green gas giant. And of course, I am not fruitful in my findings, but we've found some pretty cool things. We found that close binary with the class 4 and the HMC. That was cool. See some cool sites, and we found this. So next time we will continue searching this helium rich voxel. And then, well, after that, who knows? To go back, we were talking about earlier with Pluto, the government funding whatnot. It's honestly unfathomable. Yeah. The fact that, okay, hold on. I'm going to go back to that Mars in the future. I'll write that down. We'll talk about it later, okay? But I got to work. I will see you guys Tuesday. I'll be streaming on Tuesday. Thank you for joining me. 07 guys. Hope you guys have a great rest of your day or night. Peace out.